So the Canadian government has slapped a 100% tariff on Chinese imported electric vehicles starting October 1st. So what's that going to do? As you know from previous videos and information you may have seen in the news, BYD, a Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer, has been looking at bringing in their vehicles here into Canada, and they actually do plan to do so as early as next year. Now, how's this going to affect that, as well as Tesla's Chinese imported vehicles, which I own 2 of them that are just outside here. I have the Model Y rear-wheel drive and the Model 3 rear-wheel drive, which were both imported here from Shanghai. Now, 100% tax, what does that mean for Tesla? Tesla manufactured about 950,000 vehicles in their Shanghai plant in 2023, and only about 37,000 or so of those vehicles were imported here into Canada. And yeah, they didn't have 100% tax at that time. I think the tax is 6.1 or 6.7% currently. But as of October 1st, a 100% tax. It's either going to majorly affect pricing on those vehicles, or Tesla will stop importing those. We'll just bring them in from their Fremont factory and their Gigafactory in Texas as well. There's that solution, but we are probably going to have a little bit of changes in terms of the battery tech, what's going on with the vehicles potentially, and of course build quality. I have found that the Fremont built cars have some deficiencies as opposed to the Shanghai built. Actually, going back, the Model 3 is actually from Fremont that I have and not Shanghai, but the Model Y is from Shanghai. Either way, this is definitely going to affect Tesla in some way. We'll see how that kind of plays out. It's going to 100% affect BYD. So we'll see what happens there. Is BYD still going to bring in vehicles? Is there going to be this major increase in price? Right now, their vehicles that they're currently exporting start around $16,777 or so US. So that's about $24,000-$25,000 Canadian. But those vehicles were designed and built for basically the Chinese market in order to be able to sell them here in North America. There's going to be some modifications needed, things of that nature to, meet the standards here in Canada. So that's going to add additional cost. So would those vehicles actually be only $25,000 here in Canada? Probably not, considering they'd had to make changes, likely change around the factory manufacturing process to make those changes. And then all of the importing or the exporting from China over to Canada, all the legal paperwork, setting up dealerships, things like that. It would be a $40,000 car. Now with 100% tax on it, what is it going to be? 60, 80,000. So is it really going to be worth it to purchase a BYD over, say, a Tesla, a Hyundai, a Ford? We'll see what happens with this whole tariff thing and what they do. In Europe, they structured it differently with tariffs on the different companies. BYD, I think they're taxing them 17%. Geely, they're taxing them like 24, 25%. So they have structured it differently based on each company's advantages in terms of bringing them in, so that the Chinese vehicles don't overrun all the other vehicles, the European-made vehicles and things like that, and cause issues with those manufacturers. That is why they're saying they're bringing this tariff here to the Canadian EV market, is they are concerned that the Chinese are going to just oversaturate the market with BYDs or other electric vehicles, and basically wipe out any advantage of building them locally here in Canada and North America. And they can undercut the prices and basically kind of ruin any major money that they've invested into these big battery plants and things like that. So yeah, that's the reason that they have said they're putting the tax in place. Now, is it going to basically push BYD out, or is BYD going to open up factories here in Canada, in Mexico maybe, in order to get around that tariff policy? we'll see what happens. I'm sure BYD is going to end up here in North America and Canada, or the States, or both, relatively soon in the next 1 to 2 to maybe 3 years. But we'll see how that all plays out. I'll be updating you here on this channel on what's going on. As well, I have way too many videos to make. I just got back from a 14-day trip where I did over 5,000 kilometers in the Tesla Model Y rear-wheel drive, driving it from here in the Toronto area all the way down to South Florida, and then up back to Nashville, spend some time there, and then back here to the Toronto area. So there's going to be a video documenting that, pricing, all that, coming soon to the channel. I just gotta gather up all the clips and piece it all together, but I wanted to come out here with this update because this is exciting news as well. Of course, there's a Cybertruck update, deliveries coming here to Canada starting very, very soon. So stay tuned for that video, which I'll be filming and recording after this one. It'll be out probably a day later or so. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the like button, stay tuned to all your latest electric vehicle notifications here in Canada. So while some interesting stuff is, I've now driven almost 60,000 kilometers in the Model 3 and Model Y combined. So that's a lot of kilometers, and it's been over a year that I've had a gas-powered vehicle, so I'm fully electric family, technically, although I have access to gas vehicles, but technically we only own 2 electric vehicles, and that's all we drive on a daily basis. That's what we've been living off of. I don't know if it's something that anyone really cares about, if they want a video on how that's been going, any negatives or positives about that. If I should make a video on that, leave a comment down below, let me know. Either way, I'll be having an update there on where the Model Y is at with 25,000 kilometers on it now. And basically, yeah, lots of updates. If you're looking at purchasing a Tesla, use the referral link down below. In the States, I know the referral program's back in existence now. In Canada, I'm sure it'll be up shortly. Again, I'll update you guys on a video on that. In the US, $1,000 off, and I think it's like $500 goes to the referrer, which can be used to purchase another Tesla or things like that. But either way, it's not here in Canada yet, but it might be when you're watching this video. Who knows? Use the referral link down below. It's probably going to benefit you, probably going to benefit me if it's working right now. But regardless, thank you so much for watching the video. My name's David Nikila with Teslas in Canada. Subscribe and watch the next one. Bye.